made the post with the paddle, and the post went viral. I set up a stand outside, like a lemonade stand, free ass whoopings. Some people called me a child abuser over that post. A whooping is not child abuse.
I've never had to whip my kids, and I never will.
I've punished my children when they were growing up. I was fair, consistent, and forgiving. I think it's okay to spank children.
He's much more strict than I
don't regret saying that I would whoop somebody else's children. If schools and parents can't control their children, there's a judge out there somewhere that will.
Part of that No Apologies crew. This is your boy Track Veterans, and this is the 11th episode. We made it past 10. Boy,
I'm happy.
excited.
I thought they was gonna make us do a do-over on a couple of them. But
You know.
Yeah, they couldn't handle the real.
We put.
Yeah,
I challenged them.
Real.
Man. I challenged them. I was like, nah. Show me where I gave misinformation. Show me. I gave him websites.
Show me.
Everything. But anyway,
let's let this little bitch rock. Go ahead.
What?
They say they don't care. They said let this little motherfucker go. Let him breathe.
Let him breathe. Let him breathe.
They ain't got no real following yet.
Nah, let him breathe.
They only got 50 subscribers. They all know each other.
Yeah, they all know each other.
All right, so this is like I said, this is the 11th episode. Introduce yourselves, my guys.
Well, I'm not one of his guys, but I am my guy. And my guy name is Jack Anthony. I'm would it be 1/3 of the No Apologies crew? Yeah, 1/3. I almost said 2/3. Like, what the fuck?
I bet you did.
1/3 of the No Apologies crew.
You fat enough.
If you don't like anything that I have to say, if you find that what I say may appall you, I hope I said that right, but may appall you.
Wow.
You can go down to Jack in the Box. We'll buy you a nice cookies and cream milkshake. Make sure it's thick with a Starbucks straw so you can suck it the fuck up.
Nah. Yeah, what's going on, everybody? Y'all know who it is. It's your boy Sean DeVoy, one part of this No Apologies movement. See, I kept it simple. I just said one part. I ain't trying to do, math. Just one part of this No Apologies movement. And like I always say, if I say something that offends you, if I say something that I got on your nerves, if I say something that truly, truly hurt your feelings, from the bottom of my heart, from my family to yours, sucks.
That is what's up. So with this one today, it's your boy 619 really came up with this one. So I'm gonna let him introduce it. Give the introduction to
well, I was thinking about it, and it's something that we've talked about, amongst us, but I figure we bring it to the people. Is it ever okay to spank your child? And since I came up with this topic today, fellas, I'm gonna go ahead and pass the Jack. Look at that. See what I did there? Flipped it.
Oh, you gave him that no look.
Flipped it. Yeah.
No look.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say, as a demo Republican, get what I said. Demo Republicans. It's like Democrat mixed in with Republican.
I think we get the gist of it.
Let's say it over there. Say it over there like it's not a such word as demo Repub.
However,
I would let
but you know what? I'm gonna stop saying that before say sue me.
Yeah, he gonna get sued, boy.
I'm gonna stop saying
I wholeheartedly, with all due respect, believe in capital punishment to your children.
Capital punishment. Wow.
Capital punishment.
That's what
so
it
you don't
is.
believe in spankings. You believe
So-
in whoopings.
I believe
Beat the
that-
back off your man.
if you go out there and you act the fool and you show your ass, then I believe that you should show your ass to that tree branch, get that switch, and beat, and you get that ass beat. See, a lot of people gonna come on this podcast and be like, "Hey, we're gonna have to investigate his life right there. His life right there. Yeah, we're gonna have to investigate." No, if half of you motherfuckers start whooping your kids, then they won't turn out to be going to shoot shit up. So, with that being said, I wholeheartedly believe that if you spank your kids, it may save other people's lives in the future.
Shit, save they
Now, when I say this, I'm just talking about the big word. It's called discipline. Discipline comes in a lot of forms and variations. It don't necessarily have to come in the form of a spanking. It could be in a form of taking something away that they value, something that they always want, something that they always like to do. Discipline there's a ton of variations of discipline. Not getting something special to eat like you want to, like everybody else want to eat, like maybe like a dessert or something like that, or being the one that has to wash all the dishes for the next month when you know they hate washing dishes. So there's a lot of forms of discipline. Hey, we can go to the military doing push-ups, crunches, and sit-ups. What we call side straddle hops. You know what I'm saying? And we can use the terms, you might not be smart, but your ass still would be strong. That's a good thing to say to your kids. You don't have to say it. If you're one of those parents that's like, oh my God, I don't want to cuss at my kids. Well, you might not be strong, but your butt will be smart. Well,
Yeah, you said that backwards.
or vice versa.
We get it.
You can flip it. Yeah, you get it. You can just flip it. So at the end of the day,
Got you.
I do. I don't. I don't believe in not. I do believe in the spanking. I do believe in the spanking part because I grew up that way, and I mean, I can honestly say with a cool conscience that I didn't turn out too bad. I don't think I want to go rob nobody because I got a whooping. I don't think that I want to go and
Look at that look,
shoot
Sean,
nobody. I don't know. I don't think I want to walk into a select few of my friends' houses and have to remind them that I forget that, we walk straight into your living room when we first come in the door, stuff like that. I don't want to do that.
Shout out to Family Guy.
Shout out Family Guy. Shout out to Peter Griffin Cabin Clown.
Yeah.
but the thing is though, with people becoming too soft to their kids, this generation is changing, and you can see the generational change from when discipline was more of a thing that was known to now when it's not really known. You can see the difference. When you step back and you really look at the bigger picture, you see the huge difference in the generation, how they grow up. And to me, it's just I just feel I'm one of those parents that feel strong against that. I know it's a ton of y'all parents out there, mostly women, that just feel that you should never have to hit a kid until they piss you off, and then you slyly hit their ass when everybody back is turned, and then you be like, I don't never do that when you do. So this goes out to your parents, those type of parents that say, I don't think hitting kids is wrong, a right thing to do. And then you be back there, they be in the store, and Timmy get the, mom, shut the hell up, Timmy. See what I'm saying?
Right.
So you think we ain't catch you? Yeah, we caught you. So, hey, but I'm just saying though, Timmy learned something that day. He did. He learned to shut the hell up and stop calling his mama name for no goddamn reason. Bet you won't do it again. So I mean, you learn it's called you learning something before somebody else teach you. I don't care what nobody say. At the end of the day, I thank my mom so much for giving me the type of discipline that she gave me, because she prepared me for what these streets may do to me, or even worse. Like, you go out there and do some of the stuff that you that you did as a kid to someone out on the street. And of course, when you think about it, you look at it like, oh, it's nothing. But you go out there and do that to somebody in the street, and that person don't take what you did lightly, and they end up disciplining you the way they feel, possibly killing you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it could turn out worse.
It could turn out worse.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know there's pros and there's cons to everything. There is. There's a certain way to go about it, and it's a certain way. Like, I don't care what nobody said. I grew up in the era where they had paddles inside the school.
Mhm.
And I know for sure track veterans did, because it's written all over his face. As soon as I said paddle, he had a flashback. So,
Them niggas had special wood design because we had wood shop in the goddamn school. Fucking fiberglass. The fuck, man. Motherfuckers
tell you,
with holes
man.
in them. So when the paddle hit your ass, it's
There you go. You can
Man.
hear it.
You see?
That shit will whistle when it was coming to you.
Wow.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
That shit will whistle.
And so now some of these kids probably listening.
Get a spanking on your way home because one of the parents, because you got their child in trouble, so you get a spanking from them, and then you get home and get a whooping by the mom and your dad. Like, motherfucker.
When he get home from work, you got to catch it. So you caught it 4 times.
This shit
in
ain't
one day.
But see, I'm telling you though, these kids turned out good, man. They turned out good. They learned something. I'm telling you, man, these kids probably watching this right now, being like, paddle at school. I wish my teacher, Miss Brooks, would put her hands on me. That bitch.
And my question would be like, what would you do?
But see,
honestly, what would you do?
But see, that was
nothing.
In our school.
Take that beating.
Was for Miss Brooks was like, oh, you want to act up? Mr. Johnson coming.
Here come Mr. Johnson with that.
Yep.
Well, he walk in with a freshly made paddle.
Yep.
You know it's fresh. You still see the little chips falling off. He's still blowing the dust off. Yeah.
Yeah, he blowing all the wood shavings off. Nice and smooth.
This is fresh oak right here.
Guaranteed not to leave a splinter.
This is good old oak.
Yeah, bro.
I'm telling you, man. But see, that's the thing is though, attitudes and behaviors in school was different. I'm telling you, it was different, because ain't no way nobody wanted to go to the office and get that paddle.
That's right.
Oh yeah, seeing the principal meant something different than
what it
means now.
Yeah, principal back in the day.
Yeah, that was
disciplinarian.
You did not want to go see the principal.
Yeah, when they say you go into the disciplinarian office, that meant something. Like,
I'd rather not. Give me 6 weeks of detention. I'd rather not.
Yeah.
Oh, and then we don't even want to mention detention. Man, I remember, man, I hated detention. Oh man, it felt like, man, and for some reason at my school they had a detention in the basement of the school, and it was nothing but brick wall.
Our detention was in a bungalow with no AC.
I'm telling you, man. And for some people, some people that don't know this, and I'm putting this out there, in the military, when it come down to discipline, when I was in the military, they had this thing in the Marine Corps called CCU. And when you went to CCU, man, I'm talking about carrying a log. It'd be like 2 of y'all carrying this log up the Reaper. And if you don't know what the Reaper is, people of the old school military, old school Marine Corps know what the Reaper is, the Reaper hike. Man, they got this thing called the Alpha Shelf. Like I said, old school people that's in the 52 area in SOI know, and Camp Pendleton, California, know what CCU was and know what the Alpha Shelf is when you're going up the Alpha Shelf with that big log. It was a disciplinary platoon that disciplined you. So when you when you broke a rule in the Marine Corps, when you did something in the Marine Corps to a point where you got NJP in a way they disciplined, they sent you to CCU. I'm telling you, you guaranteed to lose weight. Guaranteed. Like everybody that came from CCU came back built different.
They came back like, what's happening?
Like it was happening. They went
what's going on? Voice got deeper.
Voice got deeper.
Leadership
Leadership got stronger. Man, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. So those are the things. Now what they do in the military, they just give you a trial.
Stress cards. I heard about that. I was so mad.
Nigga, I heard about stress card. I was like, you must be kidding.
Man, I got PTSD just from that alone. And you know what I'm saying? So, like I say, it was discipline as an adult, discipline as a child. Those different areas of discipline, you know, not to make that same mistake. Like when you was in the Marines and you messed up. When I was in the Marines, I messed up, and they told us, "Okay, y'all want to mess up? Bet everybody green on green." When we know we went green on green, we knew that we was about to lose some weight. And we weren't losing weight because we wanted to. We was losing weight because we had to. So it was different. It was discipline. It's discipline. We knew that when that other person that kept messing up, we went and we corrected that person. We went as a unit and helped that person out so that we can stop getting thrashed. That built team, they built the team up. They built your strongest man became your weakest man became your strongest man. Things like that. But now today, I don't know.
Hey,
drill instructors can't really yell at recruits.
They still do, but they can't. You know.
Yeah. We know.
Yeah.
We know
they can't say the things that they were saying to us.
Man, I remember a big dude, man. I remember a big dude when I was in boot camp. Big old dude. His name was Ramsey. And he said something, and he had this voice like, "This recruit, blah, 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 sir." And so, drill instructor, I remember he jumped 25 feet from where he was standing to hop up in his face and broke this big man down. And I was like, when I saw that, eyes straight, mouth, chest out, hands up, fist tight. And it just still didn't help. They came over to me because they saw me adjust, and God damn it. But still, when in boot camp, when they say get on the quarterdeck now, man, you already knew.
Said he over here having flashback right now.
I know, right? He's going through.
You see going through it.
I'm telling you, man. Like it was discipline. You knew what get on the quarterdeck now means. You fucked up.
Yeah.
Now you got to pay the price.
Well,
what you think? What you think, Sad? What you thinking, Sad? What your?
Yeah.
He said, yeah.
What they asked. Sorry. Yeah.
I don't really get Sad to get it because he was a squid. You two, both y'all were squid. So and then they probably made y'all swim laps or something. They go swim 2 laps.
For who? We're not talking about the military. I'm talking about
kids, bro. Like, look at you. You still in your flashback, brother.
We're
talking about spanking your child. And you have left the reservation, bro. You have having flashback. Come back. Come back, man.
Hey, I did leave the reservation.
Hey, you ain't got to live like that no more.
No shit.
You ain't got to live like that no more.
It's discipline, though. That's the thing. It's the biggest thing I'm talking about is discipline, and it starts from when you're a child. It does. Yeah, because my childhood discipline prepared me for what I was was walking into the military, and it did, and it made me stronger because I already had an expectation of some stuff. I already knew, like it made me stronger. You got children now that don't get disciplined at home, going into the military and getting that discipline, and then they over here crying about it, want to start a goddamn lawsuit against the goddamn military because they back hurt or some shit.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah, he went through some stuff. Said.
Yeah, he did.
You go ahead, say it. Go ahead, man. Let us know how you feel.
Him up, boy.
That military, yeah, buddy. That whole Marine thing, I guess.
Well, that nigga said it was a CB.
Yeah, buddy.
I wasn't building shit.
I was exactly. I was coastal warfare, man. Yeah, brother. But go ahead, say it. What you think? What you think about beating on your children?
Yeah, I think children need to get their ass whooped. I think this whole saying that you shouldn't whoop a child is there's other means that you can go through, but sometimes a child needs to be snatched up just to know, one, I'm not your friend. I'm not. I am your provider. I'm your protector. I am your parent. I am your father.
Can you say that one more time?
Now,
in the back?
I'm your father, but I'm saying like this. Let's put it in the perspective of Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader. What the fuck Darth Vader do? He cut his damn hands off just so he could teach his son, nigga. I am the one.
Like, look here.
Yeah. So you can't spare the rod, man, because these children will test you and they will come out being spoiled, entitled, and they won't know how to deal with society in the proper form. There's some things you can do, some things you can't do. You know, get out there and try to do the things. I'm not going to teach you fear, but you're not going to disrespect your mother. You're not going to disrespect this house. You're not going to disrespect me. You're going to have some form of respect. You're going to learn that there are consequences to giving respect and gaining respect.
Absolutely.
I'm not finna have you be the type of child just because you show up to the field, you get a fucking participation trophy. Fuck that. No, nigga, you fuck up, you gonna get this discipline. Now, do I have to spank him all the time? No. Like my daughters now, I don't spank them all the time, but they're gonna get some kind of discipline. They're gonna get some kind of punishment, some type of beating. So when I say beating, I make them do wall sits. I make them do wall sits.
I make that don't know what that is.
Well, put they back up against the wall with their legs bended, and they got to hold their body up.
Do you know how mentally and phically taxing that is on the human mind?
And
that in itself is a hell of a put. Oh.
I talk to him the whole time. I walk by him. I'll be like, one thing you're gonna be strong in this world. You're gonna be to hold yourself up. Don't look when you get in trouble, when you did something wrong, don't look down now. Look up. Have that same energy.
Cause you have them had their hands stretched out.
Oh yeah, all of it.
Of course. It ain't a wall sit if you don't have your arms out.
I'm about to pass out sitting in this chair right now.
Bruh.
That ain't a wall sit if your hands ain't straight out, man. Please.
But here's the best one. Here's the best wall sit. Have them hold a cup, a plastic cup in their hand while they have to hold their body up. So the coordination of holding something without crushing this motherfucker. Because your leg.
I have one for you, but I'll save that for mine. Yeah, that's
I mean, but though they're gonna get some type of beating, does it mean that I have to whoop them with a belt on my hand? No, I ain't gotta do all that. I'll make you do push-ups. I'll make you do planks for about 30 seconds or 2 minutes. You're gonna be strong, but you're gonna learn that if you do something, there's consequences to what you're doing. You're not gonna just get away with that shit. That's the bottom line. So yes, I believe that a child needs to get spanking, whoopings, beatings in some type of way. Whatever way you choose, long as you don't, here's my thing. Long as you don't
child abuse, that's different.
Yeah, child abuse is different. You don't beat your children. You don't beat your children and make them bleed and put these big ass welts on them and fuck them up. You're not trying to fuck them up psychologically. You just letting them know, hey man,
What
It's
you did
always a
was
talk
wrong.
that comes with that whooping. Always. So
Got you. Yeah, buddy.
what
Straight
about
up
you, bro?
beatings. Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. You know what it is.
Hey man,
You know how I
hey, the people don't
look.
know.
Look, tell the people right now, me. Well, first off, let me start off by saying this. If
You look like you
you
stuck in the
have you're in the
Matrix over there.
military and you and anybody out there has a military parent, sorry, we have an imagination. We could think of some punishments because we've gone through it. Sucks for y'all. But with that being said, I don't whoop my kids. Yeah, y'all thought I was gonna say something else. Look at you. I don't whoop my kids at all. Reason being
I used to say
is just something that I think about before I'm gonna do that. I got whoopings. I caught it growing up. But when I grew up, it wasn't the whoopings that hurt me the most with punishments. As a matter of fact, I got punishments to where I would request whoopings instead.
because it was over. You get it over with right away, right?
Get it over and done with.
Over
Go
done
ahead.
with it.
Go ahead, get the belt. Whap. I hurt. Oh my God, here's one tear. Let me get up out of here, go outside. No. What my mother and my stepdad used to do, they used to have a thing called jail.
Damn.
I would have to stay in my room. I wasn't allowed to come out of my room only to piss, and they would bring my food. I had to knock on the door once to use the bathroom, twice if I was hungry. Never out, not allowed to be on my not when the phone, not allowed to be on the TV, on the video game. They would take like if I had toys, they take the toys out, just me in my room. Solitary confinement. Jail.
Yeah, you said the key word
solitary confinement, jail.
That happened to me once.
They would make me get on my knees with a bucket and some bleach and some water and a toothbrush and scrub the grout because they had tile. And back then, you know, most tile had the little grout in between the tile pieces.
Yeah.
Used to make me get on there and clean the grout. Used to make me clean out the gutters. Like the stuff that they would think of doing, I'd be like, yo, just give me a few whoopings. Like, give me a weekly whooping. Like every day. Let me just come home and get this ass whooping real quick. So with that being said, when I went to the military, I was one of them dudes in the military that had fun in boot camp. That shit was fun to me. You know what I'm saying? Like sit-ups. My mom used to make me do 100 sit-ups for every minute that I was late coming home. And would make me do them if I was 5 minutes late, 500 sit-ups at the foot of her bed. At growing up. This is the stuff that I grew up doing. So I'm thinking in my head, like, well, I could think of some stuff to do with my kids, nieces, nephews, stuff that they get out of line.
Yeah.
And also, I kind of feel like a hypocrite if I take an object and spank or whoop my kids and then say what happened to our ancestors was so heinous. You feel what I'm saying? Like they used to get whipped as a punishment for whatever the slave master deemed as acting up, doing something bad, doing something wrong. They would take a whip and whip you. The only difference is between a whip and a belt is that there's no leather prongs at the end, but leather's leather. So
hey man,
I felt
shit,
like
man.
a hypocrite.
Man, fuck that shit, man. I ain't thinking about no goddamn slaves.
Give
Give me that goddamn belt. Give me that goddamn belt.
Here's my thing. Once again, I go back to me growing up. I would request the whooping. So going into the military and looking at all the ways that they would punish your ass, man, please, I don't need to whoop my kids. I've been in my kids' face since they were one, letting them know, don't come in here fucking with me.
This motherfucker got a bottle.
You get,
This nigga got a
I
bottle.
believe for real. Like, hey, look here. And I'm in their face. So what I used to do, I used to thump them right on the forehead, right here. Get a good pow. It would hurt, but they couldn't do nothing about it. So they would just drive them crazy. And I would get in their face. Just get in their face and pull them close and tell them what's up. Now that they're older, my kids are well behaved. Jack, am I lying?
Yes.
What do my kids do when they over here, man?
Yes, his
Look,
daughter is terrible.
I don't have to
Spoiled.
do nothing, bro. As long as my kid, and that's the other thing. A lot of people call that spoiled. As long as they do what they're supposed to do in my house, why not? Go to school. All I ask you to do is go to school, get your grades,
everything.
come home, do your chores, keep your room clean. As long as you do that,
Absolutely.
I'm good.
Yeah.
And they do that. Of course, they're children. Every once in a while, you gotta, hey, this room looking a mess. Let's go. But I got a wicked mind, man. I can think of stuff better than a whooping. I want my kids to be like, yo, can you just beat me, Dad, please? I want them to ask me for a beating. Like, I think it's like what you were talking about, that wall. Nah, you talking about holding the cup. Nah, let me show you something. Take this here pen.
Oh yeah.
Hold that shit on 2 fingers.
And
While
balance
you doing it. And if it fall, you start over.
Start
shit. Or you know what? I'll
Start
do some dumb
over.
shit. I give my kid a balloon and tell them to hold that motherfucker until they make it pop. And you
Like-
can't squeeze their hand like Naruto.
Yeah, like planks. Planks be killing them.
Have 2
make 'em
cups in
plank,
their hand like
push-ups.
And you gonna see that cup doing
Mhm.
this.
You see the shaking. They doing the little wall thing. They got the little pin on their fingers like this here, man. And then that thing get the one finger get the shake
Yeah.
and fall off. Well, start over.
Yep.
Watch them break
Yep.
down. Like, yeah. So
Yep.
it won't happen again, right?
And all of that is discipline. That's what I'm talking
Good
about.
old fashioned discipline.
That's why I brought up the military and the things that happen like that, is because that particular discipline resonated more in me than I can remember my mom whooping me. Yeah, I remember a couple of whoopings from my mom.
Right.
Yeah, I do.
Me too.
I remember
Yeah.
I remember a couple of whoopings, a couple of, hold your hand out, hitting the hand.
My mom never did that. It was if it was a whooping, it was a whooping.
One thing I do remember the most is what you said. I stole $20 out of my mama purse. I got caught, and that solitary confinement was a doozy. My mom put me on bread and water rations, and look, legally she was good.
Yeah, that's all that legally.
Legally she was good.
Yep.
I didn't come out of that room, and like he said, we didn't have phones. I don't know. See, y'all kids these days, these kids are spoiled, man.
Rotten.
It wasn't even. It was no such thing as an nothing.
Yeah, it
was barely a flip phone when I was growing up.
I think
take
Game Boy.
everything
I
out
think
the
Game
room.
Boy was big. Remember Game Boy?
Yeah.
Game Boy was big, but we was poor,
Yeah.
so we couldn't
Yeah,
afford that.
I ain't
so
had
that
no.
was all
Yeah,
we
I
handled.
didn't have no Game Boy. Here's the messed up part was, my mom and my stepdad, they weren't poor, but they didn't give me shit. They were like, nah, you not gonna get it. You want to get it? Go wash cars. You want to make money? Go outside on the weekends and wash cars.
Man, I used to shovel snow, man. I'm telling you, the wintertime came around, that was my play. Man, I used to go
Like, they don't
around
know
with
nothing
a shovel.
about that. Yeah, the kids nowadays don't know anything about real.
I used to go around
discipline.
cutting yards.
Ooh.
Yeah, you go around with the little lawnmower.
Lawnmower.
Lawnmower and be like, hey, I cut your lawn for $50.
Oh, you used
Like
to charge
$50
$50?
when a
Oh
lawn.
man.
Well,
They used to
no,
get
we
20.
used to do like we used to do
20
like
bucks.
20.
Yeah, 20. You out there cutting a football field, get you $20.
Man, I used to go with my grandfather. And they instilled that Mr. Fred, me and Mr. Fred go out and go cut the Indian people lawn over in Creve Coeur, Missouri. Yes, some people probably listen to this be like, Creve Coeur. Oh yeah, that's where the big Indian house is at. Yeah, we used to be over there cutting grass. Mr. Fred had to ride a lawnmower, and I had to push.
Yeah, that push one, right?
I had that push one,
right?
Like Mr. Fred was over there cutting.
We
the
had
good
the
parts.
manual one. Y'all remember the manual?
Yeah, the one
the manual with just some blades.
Yeah,
that was
just some blades.
That's before my time, brother.
Oh, brother,
we were still living in an apartment when that shit happened. So
man, used to have me walk in my neighborhood on a Saturday when I'm supposed to be out playing, I'm walking the neighborhood, knocking on doors, talking about, can I wash your car for a few dollars? And
Oh
then
yeah.
you think mom's letting me keep? If I went out there and had a good day, you think she was letting me keep all that money?
Oh no. Man, I used to make money just to buy Star Crunchers. I don't know if y'all know this, but the Little Debbie Star Crunchers.
I know what you're talking about.
I used to make enough money so I could buy at least a couple Star Crunchers. That was my jam.
Swiss rolls was my thing.
The Swiss rolls.
Swiss rolls. That was my
Them damn brownies.
that was my thing
You know
right
what?
there. Swiss
You know
rolls.
what? The strawberry ones was probably Cedric's because he light skinned. So you know the
Nah.
strawberry
He probably
sweet roll.
he looked like a strawberry Swiss
Strawberry
roll.
sweet roll.
Fudge,
Look
fudge
like-
brownies, nigga.
Oh, with or without nuts.
The one with the nuts on them.
Woo!
Them
Yep.
motherfuckers-
Yeah,
them
no
motherfuckers
homo.
was good as
Yeah.
shit.
Yep. Good. Nums.
Yeah, boy.
Absolutely.
Nah, man.
Man,
But though, yeah, man.
Star
When,
Crunch was my thing.
when-
Yeah, like discipline, like, but me personally, taking a bell or hitting your child, it just never, I never thought I needed it. Like, hey, shout out to my mom. Like I said, there was a few times where she had, whoop me or whatever. Her whoopings though, like if I did something at school and like maybe she had to come pick me up because I got in trouble, we wouldn't go straight home. Nah, mom got errands to run. So I'm going with my mom
Ooh,
on the errands,
that
awaiting the
anticipation.
ass whooping. Like,
Well-
and think I was getting away with it. Like, hey, mom, I try to laugh with mom. She's like, I forgot.
man, I
Mama
remember
They get home late and think it's over.
Yeah, I remember I thought I was fast in school. And we used to live upstairs. So I'm downstairs being bad as fuck. Mom, get your ass in the house. I'm like, nah, I ain't coming in the house. And I took off running. My nigga, when I say
bad.
this woman
You
hawked
said that.
hawked me down. Hawked me down and snatched me by the back of my collar. I was more fucked up in the head from her catching me than her actually whooping my ass down the street. I was like, this motherfucker caught me.
My mom used to come in. Like I used to have to check in. My mom used to make me check in. When I was young, it was every hour. I had to check in. When I was outside, being outside ain't the same as what it was back in the day. Being outside was everything. You know what I'm saying? So I want you checking in every hour. If I was late, if 5 minutes went, my mom was in the car and would come and find me because she knew I was either at the park playing football or at the school where we didn't hop the fence, we playing basketball. My mom would roll up and embarrass the shit out of me. Roll up, let me be 5 minutes late. There's been times where I've been 5 minutes and noticed and be like, damn, I gotta go home and check in and go home. And then my mom's driving as I'm walking home. In the car, you in for the day. Like,
Cousin talking about embarrassing. My
Yo.
daughter fucked up in school. My oldest, she fucked up in school, and had a little teachers conference or whatever. And I warned her. I said, I am coming up to your school and I am going to embarrass the hell out of you. She was like, so she didn't think nothing of it, I guess. Nigga, I came up that bitch with coach shorts on. fucking socks with the stripes, nigga. and a white t-shirt. I said, baby.
Where you at?
I said, Destiny, Lily, and Geraldine Hudgens Henderson, come here.
Oh shit!
Damn,
God
you-
damn!
You called about her government?
All
How many governments did she have?
all
You
of
cold
Hey,
blooded, man.
Hey, me and my ex, when we named her,
He said
we
Geraldine.
didn't know
Like,
shit. So we named her after her, both of her grandmothers, and her mother's last name and my last name.
God damn,
That
Geraldine.
That
Geraldine.
man, well,
Destiny
when
Ger-
somebody called Geraldine, it's serious. I don't care if that's your first name. You call somebody Geraldine, something
Nigga, that
serious is
shit-
happening.
Nigga, I remember
Geraldine,
that shit. I
get
know
your
she gonna
burning
remember
hair.
that shit for the rest of her life.
You can't even say that name lovingly. Try to say that Geraldine. No, that still
No.
sound like, yeah, you about to get in trouble.
Destiny.
You got called by your government.
Lillian, Geraldine, Henderson, Hudgens, all of them.
So she knew. So she knew. Damn.
Oh, yeah.
I heard my third name. Nah,
Oh yeah.
it's
My
all
grandma-
bad from here.
Man, my grandma was a damn assassin, man. Man, I remember one time, man, and my sisters can relate to this big time because they didn't call it too. Man, my grandma had these red flip-flop shoes. These motherfuckers, we hated these motherfuckers shoes because usually them the shoes that was fucking us up when we do dumb shit. So my ass wanted to come downstairs, man. We stayed in this like townhouse, and I'm coming downstairs, and I said some smart shit to my grandma real quick. I didn't said it coming down the stairs.
You don't do
Nigga,
that
I
to
swear to
grandma.
God, the shoe flew, and I felt that motherfucker coming. I turned around and tried to dodge that motherfucker.
You said it hit you with the.
The motherfucker had
motherfucker.
homing beat.
I'm telling you,
My
it
grandma
knew.
had that. Man, I'm telling you, man, my grandma had that aim. Boy, that her curveball. Man, I remember I think I was playing with my popcorn. My grandma didn't play. Like, she didn't play, man. I'm over there playing with popcorn, throwing it up, catching it. She comes over there by the sink. Once again, I think she had like a little rolling pin. And I seen her hand switch, and I was like, oh, shit. So I tried to run around the bar.
He caught the slow-mo.
That roller pan came around the bar with me. Bow, right in the eye. Boom.
See?
My grandma aim was so impeccable. She was amazed herself. She was like, God damn, how I do that?
Grandma,
Like,
hey man,
see?
grandmas are cut from a
Boy,
different cloth, man.
Boy,
I
I'm
never
telling you, man,
in a
boy.
million years would I have even contemplated
Tell you.
saying anything that was remotely disrespectful around my grandma. I wouldn't raise
Boy,
my
grandma.
voice to my voice wouldn't rave to an octave higher than what I'm saying right now. Because I wouldn't even want my grandmother to think that I was raising my voice, because then I got to catch it from everyone. Let my mom and my uncle and my stepdad hear, don't raise your voice at me, or it's a beacon. You raising your voice at your grandma, and then it's a wrap. It's over.
Like, tell you, boy.
It's over for me. Like, nope. Me and my grandma was always cool. Hey, grandma, how you doing?
Yeah.
I made sure of that because I already knew. Nah, y'all not about to catch me and gang up on me 4-on-1 in this house. Me getting my catching beat down.
Shit, my grandma was an army of one, man. Boy, man, she was.
All of them are, but they always have an army around them, though.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. That's what I was worried about. It wasn't even her, because my grandma wouldn't have done. My grandma wouldn't have done nothing to me.
And you know what?
But
the bad part about it is that I think my grandma, when she used to do shit, nigga, she used to knock me out, and I used to like hear Chris Brown before the nigga was even born. That's how bad she knocked my ass out. Because she was light skinned too.
That's why you got the bias against me. That's why you hate. That's why you hate my light skin to do this.
My grandma.
He said she be swinging the flip flop. Say yeah.
You like? Is that
Wait, what was that?
What was that? Wait a minute.
So that's why he feel that way about you light skinned folks.
I know.
See? That's where it comes from. See, now you know.
Let go.
My grandma used to hit me, boy. It'd be like, run it. I run it.
Like, what is that?
Like, my grandma used to give me forward flashbacks, man. Future flashbacks.
But here's the thing. Even with all of that, everything, like, I used to catch the beatings, like, with that. But I was still, out of everything, still more frightened of my dad. And just like me, he wasn't whooping. He whooped me once, but I deserved it. Even I could say, I shouldn't have. I got snitched on, but I deserved it. And the way he did it was on some Marine stuff. Like, something wrong with him. Something wrong with y'all Marines. I hope he watching, because I know that he was asking me about this, and yeah, so something wrong. So
Good job.
I
Good job.
had a picture in my pocket that somebody drew at school. It was an inappropriate picture, and it was inappropriate. And I had it in my pocket. I forgot I had it in my pocket. I took it out. I was like, "What is in my pocket?" It was a paper. It was folded up. Completely forgot about it. Unfolded it. Saw what it was. Tried to fold it up real quick, but my uncle, not my uncle that you know, Jack. But my uncle saw it. He was all, no. What was that? What was that?
Oh, snitching.
And he's like, no, don't put that back in there. What was that? So he saw it and he gave it back to me. But this is what he did. That was so cold. He gave it back to me like he wasn't gonna say nothing. Then my dad happened to walk into the kitchen and he was like, oh no, don't try to put it back in your pocket. Show your dad. He was like, my dad was like, show me what? I gave him the picture and he looked at it and he said, boy, you have girls in this house. You have your sisters in here. And he was like, okay. That's all he said. So I went to bed. Like, this is on a school night. I went to bed. He woke me up at 1:00 in the morning. Get up. Took me out back, gave me a hoe, told me to start digging up weeds. Didn't turn on a light. I was in the backyard in the dark trying to find weeds and dig them up with a hoe. So I'm back there. It's 1:00 in the morning. So then he stops me. He says, get in here. Go into the room and he opened up the door. He hangs a belt on the door. And he said, that was very disrespectful. You bring that in my house. You have your sisters in here. You have your stepmother in here. Disrespectful. He was like, but I'm gonna give you a chance. He said, I'm gonna stand right here. If you can get this belt off of this door, I'll let you go back into your room, go to sleep, son. He's like, he said, but son, if you go for it, I'm gonna knock you out. Dang. And for 10 seconds, I was like, if I can just dive, close my eyes, and just reach, I can do it. But the way like I said, I mess with my dad like that. So I'm like, no, he said, or you could just go ahead and take this whooping. Pick. I was like, yeah, well, I'm not going to get knocked out. So I'll take the whooping. What he made me do was do push-ups. He made me look at the wall, do push-ups. He didn't let me see him coming. So he stood behind me. I'm just doing push-ups. Pow! Oh, pow! Turn over. So after he would get that belt and whoop me, he made me sit on it. And then he made me get back up and do more push-ups. Never saw him coming. Had to look at the wall. Pah! Turn over. That was the only time my dad has ever whooped me. And let me tell you, when I was living with him, A's and B's.
Is it
A's and B's.
Is it too late to indict him on charges?
If that's the case, indict yourself. That was some Marine stuff. Yeah. Indict yourself. That's what I'm saying. You Marines got something wrong with y'all.
You just gave me an idea.
Look.
You just gave me an idea.
Look. Hey, he hung that. Like, I'll never forget. Because that's the only time he's ever whooped me. Ever. And, hey, look. That one time, that's all it took. Like I said, this is on a school night. So I had to get up. I didn't go back to bed till like 3:30 in the morning. Had to get up and then go to school. Sitting down all ginger, like.
Your whole body hurt, man. You was over there.
No, he hit me in the same spot on my ass.
But no, I'm talking about your whole body hurt. Because you're trying to find the weeds
from digging them up.
He was doing the push-ups.
I did so many push-ups. I forgot about the push-ups because I couldn't see the whooping coming, bro. That was the worst part, is not knowing it was coming. At least with the paddles back in the day, they had the holes in them so you could hear the.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
You can see if you could dodge. Yeah, you can see if you could dodge it real quick.
You could brace for shock, like here it comes. Like you were just doing push-ups, and he was hitting me in the same damn spot every time. Pow! Like, man, you Marines are sick. But that shit worked.
Because you wouldn't.
I didn't come in anything less than a B. No, absolutely not.
I bet you your friend passed you some titty pictures. I bet you
Nope.
was like, nope.
Keep this shit, homie.
Nah, keep this.
Shit.
Keep this before I tell on you.
Going home with me.
I'm telling on you. Give me something else.
I would have went that next day and fucked that friend up.
Like, God damn it.
On GP. I would have been like, up, hey,
Oh,
Dad, I'm be coming home.
He made me tear it up. He made me tear the paper up and throw it in the garbage. But he was like, oh, now you know not to bring nothing in here. And then the next day, everything was, he walked around, everything was back normal.
Hey, son.
Yeah. Hey, so that's what I'm saying. Like, something wrong with y'all Marines, man.
And you're looking at him like, bitch.
Y'all sick.
Did you just not know what you did?
Something, yeah. I'm looking at him like, do you remember? Or were you, yeah? Because you got to think about it. Like, not only was I up, he was up, and he had to go to work too. He didn't care. Like, so yeah, you nuts, man. Yeah, I'm talking about you. I know you're gonna be watching too. Yeah, I know.
Well,
yeah. About to comment.
I mean, this is a good one, bro.
I'm about to go put the laughing faces on that comment. Like, yeah,
but it works. So
I know what though. This is a good one. When we discipline our children, we don't have to whoop them as far as physically. But I think we should be able to be creative in their discipline, as long as they learn the lesson. That's what I took away from this. What about you guys?
Yeah, me too, man. Like,
it's
different ways of discipline, man.
Yeah, this discipline does not always have to come in a variation of violence.
Right.
Put it like that.
But it doesn't. I can't. I'd be lying if I said that it.
But sometimes violence is needed.
I kind of smile when I'm able to, It's one of the perks of being a dad is to be able to think of some of the stuff I can think of when they mess up. I can't lie. I don't feel bad at all. Is that wrong?
Nah, it's not.
Like, some, because I know my wife tries to do it. My wife tries to do it, but then she'll feel bad later.
Oh, she'll butter biscuit, man.
She'll feel bad about it later. Like, she won't show it to him. I'll give her that. She won't go back and be like, I'm sorry, Pookie Pookie. No, she won't do that. But then to me,
she'll come in the room and be like,
she'll feel bad later.
Do you think that I was a little too rough?
Like, or she'll say, like, I feel like I was a little too. Me, I was like, well, if you ever feel like that, feel free to call me. I don't have a problem being the bad guy. I'm not your friend.
There you go.
So
I tell them all the time. I'm not your homie.
Same thing.
I'm not your
It's crazy, man. My daughter messing up at school right now, and my ex-wife called me telling me she was venting on the phone earlier today. And I told her, you need to look her in the face and say, I'm not your friend.
Snatch him up. I'm definitely an advocate for that. Grab them by their collar and turn that thing and bring them close and let them know you're not playing. Like, I'm with that. Hell, I don't even like the fact that since my wife, she's dance mom. So my daughter does dance. I don't like the fact that the kids, like my daughter's friends, call my wife by her first name. That shit bothers me.
Let me just say publicly, maybe we should stop beating our kids. Publicly. We are tired of going to the grocery store to see you beat your motherfucking babies. Maybe your baby ain't bad, bitch. Maybe you's a bad mother. Did you ever think of that, you retarded motherfucker? That is a toddler. Your baby's supposed to like Skittles, you ignorant bitch. As soon as your baby touches the Skittles, what the fuck did I tell your mother? What did I say in the car, bitch? What did I say in the motherfucking car? White people be like, you can't do that, bitch, you're next. What the fuck?
Well, fellas, I mean, a good pod is a good pod. Good content is good content. And we brought it once again. I mean, what else can I say, man? I just throw my hands up.
Number 11 in the bucket.
We did good. This is a good subject. This is a good subject.
I like this one.
Long
'Cause
as
you
we
know
don't get out
people are
there
torn
and
on
be
it.
beating our kids like Hulk did Loki, put their ass in the ground.
Ooh.
Puny,
or
puny,
or
Like Mecha Godzilla did Godzilla.
or like Godzilla did King Kong.
Oh, put they foot on your chest. Like,
Hey man,
didn't I tell you to eat your vegetables? Look,
Or like Sub-Zero did everybody in the Mortal
Everybody.
Kombat universe.
until
everybody.
the end. Until the end.
Till the end when he got 2 for 1.